What's up, everybody? Anthony Sevins back again for another product review. So, what we're looking at here today, this is the 1/1 scale Anovos First Order Stormtrooper replica helmet as seen in the film Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with Anovos products, they are a high-end prop retail joint. Anovos are the people that can go onto the set of Star Wars and they have access to all of the props actually used in the film. They digitally scan them for the most excruciatingly extreme amount of detail possible. So in other words, like this helmet right here, you can't get any closer to what you see in the film than an Anovos helmet, which makes them, usually makes products like that rather pricey. Now this guy, when it first came out back in 2015, when the movie came out, this retailed at about $230, $250, which also makes this helmet the cheapest replica helmet that Anovos has to offer. Now the reason why this was only $230, $250 is because it is made of an ABS plastic. It is plastic, it is hollow. As you can see inside, it's got one of those construction worker rigs, but there's padding that's right up here, so when you do put it on, it's quite a comfortable fit. And you just tighten this little screw back here to adjust it, and you can adjust the top strap and all this other stuff. So I mean, it fits nice and snug, it fits well. The whole entire sculpt of the design, I mean, it's exactly what you see in the film. I mean, you really can't get more descriptive than that. Is it worth the $250 price tag? Absolutely. However, I have actually seen these go for much more money, a couple $100 more, because it is years later. It's not that difficult to get your hands on one of these for the 250 range. I actually found this one for just under 200 bucks, and that's the only reason why I got it. For those of you who don't know me, I am not a high-end prop collector. I have a whole entire basement loaded with stuff down here, loaded with collectibles, and nothing down here, minus one or two things, is a high-end prop. Because, I'm just like a normal blue-collar worker. I can't afford all the fancy, expensive stuff. However, when I do see fancy, expensive stuff on sale at affordable prices, there's only one left, I try to jump on that if I can afford to. Now, adults versus kids, obviously this a high-end prop from a high-end prop company for the high-end collectors. I would definitely not purchase this, even though it is plastic. I would definitely not purchase this, for some small child. Again, as I always say, unless you're managing your child's collection and you don't let them play with anything. But I mean, it is a very beautiful, beautiful helmet. I love how shiny it is. I love how detailed it is. I think the only thing that's kind of, I guess, strange and disappointing to me is that, be it that this is made out of a hard plastic. I mean, any kind of costuming company in the world has the capability and has made helmets and things like that from films consisting of, hard plastic shells. And then that's exactly what this is. I mean, and it's like, it almost feels like, because it's so light in weight, and because it's just plastic, it almost feels like this could be something that Ruby's costuming company should be making on a regular basis, instead of the flimsy, breakable bullshit that they wind up making most of the time. But I guess when you have a high-end company making something so perfect, I guess that it doesn't allow for the smaller companies to be making perfect things too, or else the high-end companies wouldn't be able to make their money off of stuff. Now, as far as Stormtrooper helmets goes, there is this version that Anovos offers. Again, the cheapest one they have retailing at about $250. And then they do have a higher end premium version that's made out of fiberglass, and it's aligned with material on the inside, and that one goes for probably anywhere between $5 to several $100s. I mean, premium line of a high-end company, you can't expect it to be super cheap. But the one thing that I was super glad about is that a high-end company like Anovos can make things that are somewhat affordable to the general public. I mean, it's beautiful when you can have a collection of stuff and you're able to actually add, one or two or a few high-end products, because it's visually like, holy shit, people come and we're like, where'd you get that from? And it's nice to be able to tell the story like, oh, that's an official Anovos product. But is it worth the 250? Sure. I mean, if you can afford it, I say it's absolutely worth it. However, I would not pay more than $250 for this. I really wouldn't. I would not pay $300, $400, $500 for a plastic bucket of a helmet. And at the same time, if I had to put my own retail price on this, it really does. It feels, it looks like a $250 item, but it feels like more like a $150 item. So if you can find a good deal on it, cool. If you can't find it for any less than $250, I say go for it if you're desperate for it and you want to add it to your collection. I think it's definitely worth it. But that's all I really have for you. The 2015 Anovos Stormtrooper First Order prop replica helmet. Fun times. I'm going to go hang this back up. Until we meet again, this is Anthony Sevins signing off. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other.